Number 1. Mexico used to be very vast. Mexico is a country located in North America, officially known as the United Mexican States. This name was given by the Mexica tribe in 1325, and interestingly, it has remained unchanged throughout hundreds of years of history. It is one of the few countries in the world whose name has not changed despite undergoing numerous political and cultural upheavals. Few people know that in the past, Mexico was a powerful empire with a territory approximately 1.5 times larger than that of the present-day United States. After gaining independence from Spain in 1821, Mexico inherited almost the entire territory of the Viceroyalty of New Spain, covering more than 4.9 million square kilometers. However, the war between the United States and Mexico that broke out in 1846 resulted in significant losses for the country. After 2 years of conflict, Mexico was forced to cede over 2.1 million square kilometers of territory in exchange for 15 million USD. These lands later became the states of California, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, Utah, and parts of Colorado and Wyoming. Americans consider this one of the most advantageous deals in their nation's history. Nevertheless, with its current area of about 1.97 million square kilometers, Mexico still ranks among the top 14 largest countries in the world. Geographically, Mexico is regarded as a country living with fire, as most of its territory lies within the Pacific Ring of Fire. The country has over 3,000 volcanoes, 48 of which are still active. The most famous is Popocatépetl, also known as El Popo, located less than 70 kilometers from the capital, Mexico City. This volcano has been almost continuously active since 1994. In 2000, a major eruption forced the evacuation of over 40,000 people. Most recently, in May 2023, ash from El Popo's eruption reached the capital, causing numerous flight cancellations, temporary school closures, and prompting authorities to distribute masks to residents. With about 25 million people living within a 100-kilometer radius of the area, El Popo is currently considered one of the greatest natural threats to Mexico. As of 2025, Mexico's population is expected to reach approximately 131.9 million, ranking 11th globally. About 98% of the population speaks Spanish, making Mexico the country with the largest number of Spanish speakers in the world. However, it is noteworthy that the Mexican Constitution does not designate any language as the official language. Instead, the country recognizes 68 indigenous languages with equal legal rights, reflecting a spirit of respect for cultural diversity and the various ethnic communities throughout its territory. Number 2. Strange principles and laws. The story of a mayor marrying a crocodile may sound like a joke, but in reality, it is a traditional ceremony that has existed for hundreds of years in the state of Oaxaca, Mexico. The indigenous Chontal and Huave people believe that the crocodile is the reincarnation of a water princess, bringing abundant harvests and prosperity to the village. Before the wedding, the bride is specially dressed in an intricately embroidered green dress and paraded around the streets for the townspeople to carry, dance, and bless. Of course, the crocodile's mouth is always tightly bound to prevent the wedding from turning into a disaster. When the main ceremony takes place, the bride changes into a white dress and is taken to the town hall to officiate the wedding. The most memorable moment is when the mayor must kiss the bride 6 times in front of the villagers. Afterwards, the entire community dances and celebrates throughout the night in a lively atmosphere. In Mexico, the national anthem is not only a musical symbol, but also holds sacred significance, embodying patriotism and national pride. Singing the wrong lyrics, forgetting a verse, or omitting any part during official ceremonies is considered an act of disrespect and can lead to penalties. Offenders may face fines or disciplinary actions depending on the severity of the infraction. One of the most famous incidents involves singer Julieta Venegas, who forgot a line while singing the national anthem on live television. This mistake drew intense criticism from the public and media across the country. Another curious law for tourists is the regulation that prohibits cyclists from taking their feet off the pedals while riding on the road. This seemingly strange rule is actually enforced to ensure traffic safety. Mexican authorities believe that removing one's feet from the pedals can cause a loss of balance, potentially leading to accidents for the rider and those around them. Therefore, even if it is just a momentary act of relaxation, violators may be reminded or fined by traffic police. In addition to the regulations in daily life, Mexicans hold a moral value that is considered absolutely sacred: respect for mothers. In Mexican culture, insulting someone else's mother, even as a joke, is regarded as an extremely offensive act. Such remarks can lead to administrative penalties for the speaker, and they may even face legal action if the offended party demands it. Number 3. Mexican women are very attractive. Mexican women are considered one of the most beautiful representations in Latin America, as they possess a rare mixed beauty. The blend of features from indigenous peoples such as the Aztecs and Mayans, combined with European ancestry, creates a look that is both strong and alluring. They have warm brown skin, deep-set eyes, and delicate facial features that hint at European influence. However, mere beauty is not enough. Mexican women are known for their ability to take care of themselves. Makeup is a daily routine for them, whether they are going out shopping or taking their children to school. Many girls learn how to apply makeup from their teenage years, and by the age of 16, they can master various techniques, from eyeliner application to contouring and choosing the right lipstick. They often favor a distinctly Latin makeup style, characterized by thick eyebrows, sharp eyes, and luxurious shades of red or nude lipstick. In love, Mexican women are typically attracted to strong, sophisticated men who show genuine care. They appreciate chivalry in small gestures, such as giving flowers, inviting them to dinner, or simply walking beside them to protect them in a crowd. An interesting aspect that often surprises many foreign men is the cultural norm surrounding payment. In Mexico, men almost always pay for dates, which is seen as a sign of thoughtfulness and responsibility. However, alongside this romance is a fiery passion in their emotions. Mexican women tend to be quite jealous when they feel threatened in love. They may not hesitate to express their feelings if they see someone being too familiar with their partner. But this does not stem from a desire to control. Rather, it is because they love intensely and want to preserve their relationship with all their heart. In return, Mexican women are extremely warm and sincere. When they love, they do not hide their feelings but express them frequently, sometimes dozens of times a day. They enjoy showing affection in public or in private. Nevertheless, most Mexican women remain quite serious when it comes to physical intimacy. The deep influence of Catholicism leads many girls to prefer maintaining some distance in this area until the relationship reaches a level of trust and genuine commitment. If you want to know how to impress or get dating tips for Mexican women, leave a comment with the number 3. I will reveal all the secrets I hold. Number 4. The impressive achievements of ancient Mexicans. Mexico is regarded as the birthplace of chocolate, the land where cacao beans were first cultivated, harvested, and revered like gold by ancient civilizations such as the Olmec, Maya, and especially the Aztec. During the Aztec era, cacao was not only used as food, but also held value as currency, used for trading goods and even purchasing slaves. The Aztecs would roast cacao beans, grind them finely, and mix them with chili, vanilla, and water to create a thick beverage known as exocolatl. This drink was bitter and spicy, considered a sacred gift reserved for the nobility, brave warriors, and important religious ceremonies. However, this seemingly ordinary cup of exocolatl marked the beginning of a dark chapter in Mexico's history. When the Spanish explorer Hernán Cortés arrived in this land in the early 16th century, the Aztecs mistook him for a prophesied white god and offered him the precious drink as an act of reverence. Yet, this hospitality led to disaster, as Cortés and his army swiftly conquered the Aztec Empire, bringing the entire region under the rule of the Kingdom of Castile. He then brought cacao beans back to Europe, adding sugar, milk, and vanilla to cater to the nobility, transforming a sacred religious symbol into a globally popular sweet treat. Today, Mexicans maintain a deep connection with chocolate, with an average per capita consumption of about 32 kilograms per year, one of the highest in the world. Not only is Mexico the birthplace of chocolate, but it is also known as the land of pyramids. While people often think of Egypt when it comes to such structures, Mexico actually boasts the highest number of pyramids in the world. Archaeological studies have identified over 100 ancient pyramids across the territory, along with dozens of step pyramids that have yet to be fully excavated. In contrast, Egypt has around 118 pyramids and is unlikely to discover more. This fact positions Mexico at the forefront globally in terms of the total number of existing pyramid structures. Moreover, Mexico is home to the largest pyramid on the planet by volume, the Cholula Pyramid in Puebla. This structure stands 66 meters tall, has a base width of 400 meters and a total volume of approximately 4.5 million cubic meters, surpassing even the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt. However, what surprises visitors is that this magnificent structure has been covered by layers of earth and vegetation for centuries, making it resemble a green hill rather than an ancient monument. When the Spanish arrived in the 16th century, they were unaware that they were standing on a colossal wonder, and they even built a Catholic church atop the pyramid, inadvertently obscuring the great heritage of ancient Mexican civilization. Number 5. The country of special records. Mexico was once home to the man who had the most profound impact on the economy of a nation in modern times. From 2010 to 2013, businessman Carlos Slim Helú surpassed Bill Gates to hold the title of the richest person in the world, with a fortune of approximately $74 billion. Although the difference with Bill Gates was only about $7 billion, what impressed the world was the scale of influence within the country. In the US percent, Bill Gates is just one among hundreds of billionaires listed by Forbes, while in Mexico, Carlos Slim's wealth once accounted for up to 7% of the national GDP. To put this into perspective, if Bill Gates wanted to achieve a similar ratio in the US, he would need to possess at least $1.2 trillion, while Elon Musk, despite currently being the richest person in the world, has not yet reached 2% of the US GDP. Not only does Carlos Slim own a massive fortune, but he also controls most of the telecommunications system and holds significant stakes in banking, construction, retail, and media. He has become a symbol of success in Mexico, celebrated by the people as proof that locals can indeed reach the pinnacle of global achievement. Mexico is not only famous for its billionaires, but also has made its mark in the history of world politics. President Pedro José Domingo de la Calzada Manuel María Lascarain Paredes holds the record for the shortest presidency, lasting just 45 minutes before being overthrown in a coup in 1913. His story has become a tragic comedy and is seen as a testament to one of the most tumultuous periods in Mexican politics. In the city of Puebla, visitors can find the smallest volcano in the world, known as Quexcomate. The volcano stands at only about 43 feet tall, and scientists still debate whether it is a true volcano or merely a natural geyser. Regardless of its classification, Quexcomate is recognized as one of the most unique geological phenomena in the world, either as the smallest volcano or the largest recorded geyser. Not only does Mexico hold natural records, but it has also made it into the Guinness World Records with the largest tamale in the world. This traditional dish was cooked with a total weight of over 3,000 pounds and a length of nearly 160 feet. To put it into perspective, it is almost as long as a standard Olympic swimming pool. This event not only set a record, but also became a symbol of pride for the people regarding Mexican culinary culture, a place where extraordinary things can indeed become a reality. Number 6. The place where criminals hunt the police. Mexico has long been known as the capital of the underground world, a place where not only local crime gangs, but also notorious international criminal organizations converge. The level of crime has escalated beyond the control of law enforcement, which is no longer a rare occurrence. What astonishes many is that here, sometimes the police themselves become the targets, rather than the ones pursuing criminals. Many officers, overwhelmed by pressure and threats to their lives, have left the force and even joined the very gangs they once hunted. In the state of Guanajuato alone, nearly 400 police officers have been killed since 2018, while the gangs remain almost intact. The situation is so severe that Mexico is ranked among the most dangerous countries in the world for police work. Statistics show that since 2018, over 2,500 officers have lost their lives across the country, and the average career span of a police officer in Mexico is only about 14 years. A major reason for this lies in the fact that law enforcement is severely underfunded and poorly equipped. The average salary of police officers in many states is insufficient to support a family, making them vulnerable to bribery or coercion to switch sides. Their equipment is outdated. Many still use old pickup trucks and carry light weapons, while their adversaries possess machine guns, armored vehicles, and even drones for surveillance. This disparity in strength leaves law enforcement in Mexico in a nearly perpetual state of weakness. The audacity of the gangs is also something that sends shivers down the spine. They are willing to ambush police officers even when they are off duty or attack their homes to send threats. Some groups have even hung banners publicly challenging the authorities right in the streets, treating it as a warning to society at large. Many officers report living in constant fear, not only while on duty, but also in their daily lives. However, not all of Mexico is engulfed in chaos. Most of the violence is concentrated in specific states, which are areas that tourists should particularly avoid. Leading the list is Colima, ranked as the most dangerous region in Mexico for 3 consecutive years. Despite its beautiful beaches, Colima remains a crime hotspot, with a murder rate exceeding 100 per 100,000 residents in 2024, due to its location on a key drug trafficking route in the country. In addition to Colima, the states of Guanajuato, Baja California, Morelos, Quintana Roo, Veracruz, Guerrero, Nuevo León, Sinaloa, and Zacatecas are also on the red list. If you plan to travel to these areas, the safest approach is to hire a local guide or join an official tour to avoid wandering into gang-controlled territories. Number 7. The cultural shock in Mexico. In Mexico, as you stroll through the vibrant streets, you might see a man chatting with friends or sipping coffee on the sidewalk, suddenly turning to whistle or blow a kiss when a strange woman walks by. For foreign tourists, especially Western women, the natural reaction is often discomfort, as this behavior can feel like harassment. However, for many Mexicans, particularly the older generation, this was once seen as a form of old-fashioned gallantry. They view it as a way to express respect and admiration for a woman's beauty, akin to a playful compliment. Nevertheless, modern Mexican society has changed significantly. Most young people consider such actions outdated and lacking in subtlety. So, if you think that whistling back is a way to show inclusiveness, you might receive a more annoyed glance than a smile in return. While walking down the street, you may hear unexpected sounds like phew or psh. Mexicans use these sounds to call for service, hail a taxi, or simply to grab someone's attention without raising their voice. For newcomers, these sounds might be startling or seem impolite. However, in reality, this is a very common form of communication in daily life and is considered completely normal. In conversation, Mexicans are also very expressive. They communicate not only with words, but also with their hands, eyes, and facial expressions. The combination of spoken language and body language makes each story more vivid and emotional. When they laugh, their eyes light up. When telling a story, their hands move in rhythm with their words. If you stand still, react little, or maintain a cold expression, they may interpret that as disinterest in the conversation. Another cultural aspect that surprises Western visitors is how Mexicans maintain physical closeness during communication. They might lightly touch your arm while talking, pat your shoulder when laughing, or hold hands while crossing the street. The personal space here is often smaller than in many other countries, and such light contact is seen as an intimate gesture, a sign of sincerity and connection. For those who are not used to it, this can feel a bit awkward, but once you understand that it is their way of expressing goodwill, you will feel the warmth and closeness that is so characteristic of Mexicans. Number 8. Mexico and interesting facts. In Mexico, there are regions where people consume Coca-Cola at levels beyond imagination. In some places, the average person drinks up to 2.2 liters a day, equivalent to nearly 2 large 1.5-liter bottles. With these figures, if you are a dentist looking for a potential market, Mexico might just be the ideal destination. This famous carbonated beverage is not only present during meals, but has also become a part of spiritual life. In the state of Chiapas, the Tzotzil community believes that Coca-Cola has the power to purify the soul and help individuals communicate with the gods, which is why they use it in many traditional rituals. Coca-Cola FEMSA, the official distributor in Mexico, generates nearly $7 billion annually, making the country one of the largest Coca-Cola markets in the world. However, this passion for the beverage has also led to serious consequences. The rate of type 2 diabetes is rising rapidly, especially in impoverished rural areas where clean water is more expensive than Coca-Cola. With its low price, easy accessibility, and long-standing consumption habits, Coca-Cola is gradually replacing regular drinking water in people's lives, becoming a cultural symbol that is both sweet and concerning. Mexico is also home to one of the most significant milestones in Earth's history, the Chicxulub meteorite impact, an event that led to the extinction of the dinosaurs. The colossal meteorite, measuring about 10 to 15 kilometers in diameter, equivalent to the size of Washington, D.C., struck the Yucatan Peninsula at nearly 20 kilometers per second. The impact created an explosion billions of times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, causing over 75% of life on Earth to vanish in an instant. The remnants of that catastrophe still exist today in the form of the Chicxulub crater, located near the city of Mérida. This crater, with a diameter of 200 kilometers and a depth of 20 kilometers, is the clearest geological evidence of the apocalypse of the Cretaceous period. Beneath that peaceful layer of soil lies a chaotic memory, a testament to the destructive power of the universe and the miraculous ability of our planet to regenerate. Mexico also proudly claims to be the birthplace of an invention that changed the way humanity views the world: color television. In 1940, at just 23 years old, young engineer Guillermo González Camarena patented the first color television system called the trichromatic field sequential system. This invention laid the foundation for modern television technology, ushering in a new era of vibrant and realistic imagery. Thanks to Camarena's creativity, audiences around the world were able to enjoy colorful television programs for the first time instead of the monotonous black and white. His work extended beyond Mexico when, in 1963, NASA used this technology to transmit images from space missions back to Earth. Since then, the invention of this young Mexican has become an indispensable part of humanity's journey to conquer space. Number 9. They enjoy eating spicy food, insects, and even mold. Mexican cuisine has long been regarded as one of the most diverse and bold culinary traditions in the world, with dishes that have gained global popularity such as tacos, burritos, tamales, and guacamole. However, one thing that surprises first-time visitors is that Mexicans add lime and chili to nearly every dish. And the term every dish is meant quite literally. From fruits, chips, soups, and stews, to candies and ice cream, the flavors of sour and spicy are ever present. If you think their spice level is mild, you will surely be taken aback, as even a slightly spicy dish can make your tongue feel like it's on fire. Common chilies like piquin and habanero often make diners sweat while still unable to put down their chopsticks. Mexicans love spice to the extent that they even incorporate chili into candies, dried fruits, and ice cream, making it an unforgettable signature mark. In addition to spiciness, Mexican cuisine is also known for its adventurous dishes. Insects are a prime example. In many countries, insects are considered a novelty, but in Mexico, they have become a culinary cultural treasure. Over 300 species are used, including grasshoppers, worms, ants, beetles, and spiders. People not only fry them, but also sauté, make soups, stuff them into tacos, or use them as cocktail ingredients. When combined with lime and chili, these dishes offer a unique flavor that challenges diners to push their limits. Insects can be found not only in local markets but also on the menus of renowned restaurants, including those with Michelin stars. Some of the most popular dishes include chapulines, which are crispy fried grasshoppers with a mild, spicy, salty flavor, often enjoyed with beer, and escamoles, which are rich black ant larvae with a taste reminiscent of cheese, typically sautéed with onions and chili. Beyond insects, Mexico also boasts another peculiar delicacy known as huitlacoche, or corn truffle. This is actually a fungus that develops on corn after rain. In many other places, these would be discarded, but in Mexico, huitlacoche is considered a rare delicacy. The price of this fungus can be 10 to 20 times higher than that of regular corn. When cooked, huitlacoche turns a shiny black, becoming soft and smooth, with a flavor that blends earthy, smoky, and wild mushroom notes. Not only is it delicious, but it is also highly nutritious and contains more protein than regular corn. Notably, huitlacoche has been recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of Mexico, affirming the deep cultural significance of this dish in the lives of the people. For Mexicans, corn is a sacred symbol intertwined with their lives and beliefs, so anything derived from corn is seen as a gift from the gods, including this unusual fungus. Number 10. The Silliest War in history. Mexico and France once engaged in a war over pastries. It sounds like a joke, but this is a true event recorded in history. In 1828, in Mexico City, a French pastry shop was vandalized by a group of Mexican soldiers during a riot. The shop's owner, Rementel, a baker from France, nearly lost everything as a result. He repeatedly requested compensation from the Mexican government but received no response. After 10 years of waiting in vain, Remontel decided to send a complaint directly to Paris, appealing for the king's assistance. King Louis Philippe of France quickly seized the opportunity to pressure Mexico. Instead of merely demanding compensation for a bakery, he presented a figure of up to 600,000 pesos. At that time, an ordinary worker in Mexico earned about 1 peso a day, meaning that to repay this debt, the entire nation would have to work tirelessly for generations. Naturally, Mexico refused. France promptly dispatched a fleet to blockade the port of Veracruz, bombarding fortresses and capturing a crucial stronghold. The war lasted nearly a year and only ended when Britain intervened to mediate. As a result, Mexico was forced to agree to compensation, albeit with bitterness. The Mexican people referred to this event as the Pastry War, and it remains one of the most peculiar conflicts in human history. However, if you think this is the strangest war in Mexico, the truth is even more bizarre. Before the Spanish arrived in the Americas, the Aztec Empire practiced a peculiar form of warfare known as flower war. The name may sound gentle, but it was, in fact, one of the most brutal forms of combat in history. These wars were not fought for territory or wealth, but solely to capture prisoners. City-states would agree on a date and time, then send their armies to a designated battlefield to engage in combat. Both sides fought fiercely, but instead of annihilating the opponent, the main goal was to capture as many people as possible to offer to the deities. The captured prisoners would be taken to large temples to be sacrificed to the sun god and the rain god. The Aztecs believed that without human blood and hearts, the sun would not rise, and the world would be plunged into darkness. Notably, the prisoners chosen for sacrifice were often not ordinary people, but valiant warriors or nobles from the opposing side. This selection reflected a deep respect for the deities and the belief that only the strongest souls were worthy of being offered to the gods. Therefore, capturing many valuable prisoners was seen as a testament to the bravery and loyalty of the Aztec warriors. So, have you ever heard of any wars with strange reasons like the Pastry War and the Flower War of the Aztecs? If so, leave a comment with the number 10. Number 11. The country that pioneers the recognition of extraterrestrials. The announcement regarding extraterrestrial beings in Mexico has created a global sensation as the country's Senate held its first public hearing on the possibility of the existence of life beyond Earth. The event took place in September, attended by numerous lawmakers, journalists, and researchers. During the hearing, journalist Jaime Maussan presented what he claimed to be authentic evidence, showcasing 2 mummified specimens with unusual shapes believed to be non-human. These mummies are smaller than the average human body, have elongated heads, and possess only 3 fingers on each hand. According to Maussan, they were discovered in Peru near the Nazca Plateau in 2017. Analysis using radiocarbon dating indicated that these specimens have existed for about 1,000 years. He asserted that their DNA structure does not match any known organisms, suggesting that this could be evidence of extraterrestrial life. This information quickly stirred international public opinion. Many interested in UFOs and extraterrestrial beings viewed this as a groundbreaking step, as Mexico became one of the few countries willing to publicly discuss a topic often regarded as a conspiracy theory at the parliamentary level. However, the scientific community has remained cautious and skeptical. Some anthropologists have suggested that the mummies could be distorted human remains or assembled from various parts to deceive the public. The Peruvian prosecutor's office had previously released a report stating that similar specimens might be artificially created and covered with a special material to mimic real skin. Jaime Maussan is a polarizing figure in public opinion. For many years, he has been seen as a passionate researcher of mysterious phenomena related to UFOs. Yet, he has frequently faced criticism from mainstream media for lacking scientific basis. Some of his previous announcements have been dismissed due to the absence of independently verifiable evidence. However, his supporters argue that the opposing scientists have yet to prove otherwise, and both sides are constrained by humanity's current understanding of the universe. The incident in Mexico illustrates how the world is gradually changing its perspective on unidentified phenomena in the sky. In the United States, NASA has established an independent council dedicated to studying these phenomena, while the U.S., Department of Defense has publicly acknowledged the existence of numerous unidentified flying objects. This indicates that a topic once considered taboo is now being brought into the realm of more serious scientific discussion. Number 12. The economy is growing but still poor. Mexico is currently the second largest economy in Latin America, following Brazil, and ranks among the top 15 economies globally. Thanks to its border with the United States, the country has become a key industrial manufacturing hub, particularly in the automotive sector. Over 90% of Mazda, Audi, and many major North American brands' vehicle models are assembled in factories located in Mexico before being exported to global markets. Not only is the country strong in industry, but it is also blessed with vast mineral resources. Mexico is often referred to as the Silver Kingdom, having led the world in silver production for many years, and it is also among the leaders in gold, copper, and zinc. Mineral mines established during the Spanish colonial era continue to operate today, significantly contributing to export revenues and sustaining the strength of the national economy. In addition to industry and mining, tourism is also a vital pillar of Mexico's economic structure. The country frequently ranks among the top 10 most popular travel destinations worldwide, boasting over 40 UNESCO-recognized heritage sites. The tourism sector accounts for about 8 to 9% of GDP and provides jobs for millions of people. The beach city of Cancun even attracts more international tourists than the total number of visitors to all of Cuba, clearly demonstrating the country's appeal on the global tourism map. However, behind this vibrant economic picture lies a stark reality filled with contradictions. Despite being seen as a wealthy nation, Mexico still faces a significant wealth gap. As of 2022, approximately 36.3% of the population, equivalent to over 46.8 million people, live in multidimensional poverty, while 7.1%, or about 9.1 million people, are in extreme poverty. This means that nearly half of the population struggles with precarious living conditions every day. In contrast, billionaire Carlos Slim, Mexico's richest person, holds a fortune of over $100 billion. If he were to spend $1 million every day, it would take him nearly 300 years to exhaust that amount. For the poorest individuals, it would take hundreds of millions of years of continuous labor to accumulate a similar sum. This wealth gap has placed Mexico among the countries with the largest income disparities in the world. Upon stepping into the capital, Mexico City, one can easily notice the stark contrast. On one side is the modern downtown area filled with skyscrapers, luxury shopping malls, and expensive cars in a continuous line. Just a few streets away, however, are the scenes of cramped slums, makeshift homes with tin roofs, and children playing amidst garbage and muddy streets after rain. The wealth disparity also leads to serious social consequences. Drug gangs and criminal organizations exploit the desperation of the people to recruit members. Once involved, very few individuals have the opportunity to withdraw, making crime a persistent nightmare for the Mexican government. In response to this reality, the Mexican government has implemented a series of programs aimed at improving living conditions, such as cash assistance for poor households, expanding free healthcare networks, and enhancing clean water supply and food security. Notably, social programs like Prospera and Sembrando Vida play a central role in poverty reduction and improving livelihoods for rural residents, helping them secure jobs and stable income sources. These efforts have yielded certain results, with millions of people escaping extreme poverty over the past decade. Number 13. The capital is sinking. Mexico City, the capital of Mexico, is a place where ancient charm meets modern life. It is the oldest capital in the Americas and also the highest capital in North America. With over 22 million residents in the metropolitan area, Mexico City is considered one of the most densely populated urban centers in the world, serving as the political, economic, and cultural heart of the nation. What makes this city special is the intersection of the past and the present. Right in the center, just a few minutes walk from the Zocalo Square, you can see the ruins of the Templo Mayor, one of the significant remnants of the Aztec civilization, located next to the magnificent Metropolitan Cathedral. If you venture further north, visitors will encounter the archaeological site of Tlatelolco, where traces of ancient markets still remain. To the south, Cuiculco emerges with its rare round pyramid shape, a testament to the glorious pre-Aztec period. Mexico City is also regarded as a leading cultural hub in Latin America, The city boasts 151 officially recognized museums and over 200 other institutions currently seeking certification, making it second only to London in terms of the number of museums. Additionally, this capital has 4 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including the historic city center, the Xochimilco Canals, the campus of the National Autonomous University of Mexico, and the home and studio of architect Luis Barragán. However, beneath its modern and vibrant facade lies a concerning reality. Mexico City is sinking at a rate of several centimeters each year, rather than just a few millimeters like many other cities. This phenomenon stems from the fact that the city was built on the foundation of an island in the ancient Texcoco Lake. When the Spanish arrived, they filled in the lake to construct a new urban area, but the underlying soil is a mixture of weak mud and clay. Continuous groundwater extraction over decades has caused this soil to lose moisture, shrink, and lead to uneven subsidence over time. This has resulted in many ancient structures leaning or developing cracks due to the uneven settling of the ground, most notably the Metropolitan Cathedral. This massive building has tilted slightly to the south and has undergone years of foundation reinforcement to prevent the risk of collapse. Currently, experts believe that there is no technical solution that can fully restore the city's ground. If this situation continues, in the next 150 years, Mexico City could sink an additional 30 meters, leading to a series of serious consequences such as infrastructure damage, a housing crisis, and widespread flooding risks. Many international journalists have likened it to a modern version of Atlantis, a magnificent city gradually disappearing beneath the very weak soil upon which it was built. Number 14. The most unique animal in Mexico. The Mexican salamander, also known as the axolotl, is considered one of the most extraordinary creatures ever discovered on Earth. This small animal impresses not only with its adorable appearance, but also with biological abilities that far exceed human imagination. The axolotl has a face that always seems to be smiling, glossy black eyes, and soft external gills that radiate from either side of its head like blooming petals. It captivates anyone who sees it for the first time with its beauty, which is both mysterious and friendly. What makes the axolotl famous is not its appearance, but its extraordinary regenerative abilities. When it loses a limb, tail, or even part of its heart or brain, its body can fully recover in a short time without leaving any scars. This ability has led scientists to view the axolotl as a key to unlocking the potential of regenerative medicine in humans. Currently, the regeneration genes of this species are being extensively researched in modern medicine, with hopes of developing methods for wound healing and tissue regeneration in humans in the future. Another interesting point is that axolotls never undergo the metamorphosis to adulthood like other amphibians. Even when they reach reproductive age, they retain their larval form with external gills and live their entire lives underwater. This characteristic has led researchers to refer to them as the children that never grow up. Their stunted morphological development makes them both strange and fascinating, as if time cannot touch this creature. In the wild, axolotls live quite separately, only coming together during the breeding season. They are small predators, primarily feeding on worms, larvae, insects, and small fish. Due to their weak teeth, they do not bite, but instead suck their prey directly into their mouths like a mini vacuum. Notably, axolotls also swallow small pebbles to help grind their food in their stomachs, aiding digestion, a habit that may seem odd but is remarkably effective. Today, axolotls are commonly bred in laboratories and aquariums around the world, but in the wild, their numbers are declining dramatically. This species only inhabits a few lakes around Mexico City, where the environment has been heavily polluted and invaded by exotic fish species. Urban development has fragmented their habitat, increasing the risk of extinction. Ironically, while millions of people keep axolotls as pets, the world outside is gradually losing the only place where they truly belong. Number 15. The biological gem of the world. Mexico has long been recognized as one of the countries with the most diverse ecosystems in the world. Its territory spans various climates and terrains, from tropical rainforests and arid deserts to highland grasslands and mist-covered mountains, as well as vibrant coral reefs beneath the sea. This natural diversity has earned Mexico the title of the biological paradise of Latin America, where life thrives in every layer of space. Among these natural treasures, the Mesoamerican reef stands out as the most remarkable wonder. It is the second largest coral system on the planet, after Australia's Great Barrier Reef, stretching nearly 600 miles from the waters of Cancun to the territorial seas of Belize and Guatemala. Beneath the clear waters lies a colorful world of over 1,000 marine species, including turtles, rays, soft corals, sea anemones, and countless vibrant fish. For divers, this is considered an underwater paradise, where every square meter of coral holds the wonders of nature. Not only is it beautiful, but the Mesoamerican reef also plays a vital role in maintaining the ecological balance of the region. It helps protect coastlines from erosion, absorbs CO2, regulates water quality, and provides breeding grounds for numerous seafood species. Due to its importance, many environmental experts refer to this area as the Amazon of the ocean, an underwater forest with irreplaceable biological value. However, beneath this lush facade lies a troubling paradox. Mexico currently ranks among the countries with the fastest rates of animal extinction in the world. Of the 113 species under threat, over 60% are at risk of complete disappearance. The vaquita, the smallest dolphin species on the planet, serves as a stark example, with fewer than 10 individuals remaining in the wild. The giant leatherback sea turtle is also being slaughtered for its shell and eggs. The Mexican gray wolf, a symbol of the northern mountains, survives only due to breeding programs. The scarlet macaw, a once abundant bird in the rainforests, is now so rare that it has been classified as critically endangered due to the pet trade. The jaguar, the largest cat in the Americas, and once considered the spirit animal of the forest in Aztec culture, is also gradually disappearing as forests are destroyed and human settlements expand. Today, most species that were once ecological symbols of Mexico can only be seen in enclosed reserves, unable to survive in the wild. This loss is not merely about a few species disappearing. It is a warning sign of the weakening of the entire ecosystem. When nature becomes unbalanced, humans must also bear the consequences. Without long-term and effective conservation strategies, names like vaquita or Mexican gray wolf may only exist in memory, becoming sad footnotes in the natural history of the planet. Surely, after exploring these 15 amazing facts about Mexico, you have felt some of the uniqueness of this country. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our future journeys together. Which fact impressed you the most? Please leave a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts. The information is for reference only, so please do your own research before making any decisions.